a lot of times in math, definitions don't really make sense to us until we see examples. So I'm going to start actually with some examples first, and then we're going to work on the definitions of these three terms that we use frequently in algebra. So let's look. This is an expression, and in this expression there are two terms. And to kind of break it down even more, these two terms are made up of the factors. So the factors of the first term are going to be 3 and x squared. The factors of the first term are just going to be 9. So let's look at this expression. We have 3 terms. Making up term 1 is 4 and z. Making up term 2 is 1/3 b and x. Making up term 3 is 3k and z. In this expression, we have 4 terms. That's anything separated by a plus or a minus sign. As we can see, these are all separated by that. Making up term 1 are the factors b and c. Making up term 2 are the factors c and d. Making up term 3 are the factors d, e, y, and x. Making up term 4 is the factor 7. So now let's look at the definitions. An expression, an algebraic expression, consists of one or more terms connected by a plus or a minus sign. So we can see that. These are two terms, and they're separated by a plus sign. So here's kind of the formula, is term, plus or minus, and term. And you can just keep adding that, and that'll still be an expression. But this is the bare minimum, is two terms separated by the operators plus and minus. So what's a term? A term is either a single number, as we can see here, or it's the product of one or more numerical and or literal factors, as we can see here. So a term can be really big or it can be really small. So 3x can be a term, 9e times y, x can be a term as well. It's really anything sandwiched between that plus or minus becomes a term. A factor, then, is any one of the individual letters or numbers in a term. So this is the thing we break down even further. So we go from expression to term to factor. So of the term 3a squared b, the factors that make it up are 3a squared and b. Those are the factors. So that's easy enough. Now let's do some examples. So I would like you, if you want to, you can count how many terms there are and how many factors are in each term. So you can pause the video and do this, or if you just want to ride along with me, that's cool too. Okay, so let's begin. So here we got plus, minus, plus. So that's going to tell me we got 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. I'm actually going to use a different pen. So we got 4 terms in this one. So I gave myself no room to write. Like a dingus. Okay, so there's 4 terms. And of these terms, we have A and B are the two factors that make up this term. B and C are the two factors that make up this term. D, E, F, and G are the 4 factors that make up this term. And 3 is the only factor that makes up that term. Now in this expression, we have 1, 2, and 3 terms. Again, it might be tempting to say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 terms or something. But remember that terms are just things that are separated by a plus or minus in this case. And so, again, we have factors that make up this first term, or c and d, b squared and c, dx and 3. Actually, it's actually dx and 1 over 3. But that's okay. So we got terms 1, 2, 3. 3 terms. This, again, is maybe a little confusing because we see this and we're thinking that we have 4 terms. But this is actually a single term. So we have 3 terms, and the factors making up these terms. For term 1, it's 4 and 7. For term 2, it's 1/3 b and x. And for term 3, it's 3k and z. Now here we have a small expression of 2 terms made up of 2x. These are the factors. 2x and 2y squared. 2 and y squared. Those are all the factors. And here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 term expression where the factors are a, factors b, factors c, and the factors of this fourth term is d, 1, and e. And that's it. That's it.